Hey friends, it's Erica. I have a process video for you today that I'm going to be creating a layout using the North Pole collection by Blvd. I have these two photos that are already in their frames. These are the die cut frames from the ephemera pack. I have all of the North Pole collection, and I do have some duplicates of some because I did get some duplicates because I was working on another project for SET. So I have a bunch of scraps and then all the 12 by 12 paper, stickers, chipboard, and all of the fun embellishments. I will make sure to leave this collection link down below so that you guys can check it out. It's adorable. What I really love about it is that it's not all Christmas. It has lots of winter elements in it, like the snowflakes and the scarves and the mittens, and there's like some hot cocoa things in here, and the snowmen, lots of snowmen and polar bears and snowflakes, and it's just really, really fun. Lots of sentiments about winter, winter wonderland, getting cozy. So lots of fun things in here. So it's not just Christmas. It has that winter mix in there as well, which is perfect. So you can document the holidays and document fun, just different winter adventures. So that is what I love about this collection. So many great pieces. So we're starting with this. This is my starting point, and I'm going to see what we can come up with using these two photos. I might pull in some inks or mist. I haven't really used any mist or inks, like done a background in a long time. So I'm going to see if I can find something over here in my stash that I have close that I can use to maybe just make a really simple splatter background, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. Okay, so I pulled out some Distress Oxide spray. I have Speckled Egg, Rustic Wilderness, and Kitsch Flamingo. I think I need one more color. Yeah, I want to do 4 colors. I'm gonna have to pull out a different color too, because I want to do 4 splashes of color and just do like a little grid with the color behind it. So let's see, maybe I'll pull out yellow. Okay, so this is just white textured cardstock. I use the Lily White textured cardstock from Doodlebug. That is what I go to for my first choice. If I don't have this, then I will use the American Crafts textured cardstock. I can find it on Amazon really cheap, between $10 to $12 for the 60 pack. And when I do see that, I stock up. Anytime I do see it, I will post it and share with everyone. But I do have it linked in my Amazon store, which I'll leave linked down below. But Doodlebug Lily White is very, very similar, and I absolutely love it. And I love to support Doodlebug, so that's what I get. So I just marked where the center of the paper is, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm just going to go ahead and spray some ink onto the paper. Let me get that going. Okay. And just right here in the corner. And then we'll do the pink. And it's not, my cardstock is not prepped. I did not prep it. And this might be too dark. I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and use it. It's okay. It's not a perfect, yeah, it's darker, but that's okay. We're going to go for it. Oh, that's a lot. And then I'm going to look for a yellow to put in there. I'm just going to soak some of that green up, because that was a lot. Okay, so I did find a yellow that I'm going to use. This one is Little Yellow School Bus, and it is a Colorings from Shimmers. And then I pulled out a few other mists from my stash just to add splatters and just different shades of that color. So I have this green from Heidi Swap. This one is Citron. use a paintbrush to do this splatter. So I'm just going to go through, and I have a few other colors, different pinks and different blues, just to add some different shades of the colors.
Yeah, I will turn this down, like up here, there's tons of white up there, so I'm going to turn it down, and I'll probably turn from the side too. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And so this is kind of reacting, I don't know if you can see it. A lot of this is going to get covered up anyway, but when I'm splattering the honey swap, it's mixing with the distress oxide and creating like a gold there in the center, but you can't really see it, probably on camera.
So then I'm just going to move on to the blue next, and then I'm going to move on to the pink, and then I will do the yellow last, and then I will come back. Okay, the background is done. I have trimmed down the cardstock. I did switch out my photos and printed 4 instead, so I'm kind of switching it up. I'm not going to use these 2. I'll just save these for something else. So I'm going to have 4 photos in the 4 different squares. And then I went through and pulled out embellishments, some blue, some green, some yellow, and then some pink and red. There was not a ton of pink, so I decided that I would pull in some red as well. And so that is what we are going to start with. And I'm going to mat it on something. I don't know if I'm just going to mat it on another piece of white cardstock or get one of the pattern papers from the collection. But this is how it's going right now. So I'm just going to keep all of the different colored embellishments in their own little tray here. And then I will start working on putting layers behind the photos. Just some pattern paper layers. I have a bunch of scraps. And then I will start to embellish around each little square. You might hear Liam in the background. He is in the bath, having a good old time. So you can hear him in the back playing with his guys. So I have these 4 photos from last December. So I thought that these would work. I printed them in black and white. I do have some other embellishments on here that I can use, like the green, the pink, you know, that will go with the different squares. So I'll use those as well. I did pull out some title pieces. I didn't have anything in pink, but maybe on the chipboard there is something. No, there's not. So we'll see. But I'm just going to pull out some of the pattern papers and add some layers behind each photo, and then I will come back on. Okay, so I have all the photos matted on 2 different pattern papers. And then I have this yellow tag that I'm going to put behind here. I did cut out this Mary from the cut apart sheet that I will probably add under the red. So now I'm just going to start to build some clusters, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have them be like the same, like line them up, or just kind of do them like that or something wonky like that. So I'm going to start to embellish each little square with their matching embellishments, and then yeah, we'll just see how it goes from there. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and do the voiceover, and you'll see how it all comes together. Okay, so I'm going to start by showing you just a little close-up of the mist, so you can see a little bit of all of the different colors, and a little bit of that shimmer. You see a little white splatter, and then a little bit of that silver mist. I'm going to go through and distress the edges of the cardstock and then mat it onto a piece of white cardstock. I didn't end up doing like a colorful mat. I went with the white. I love a white background, so I just love the clean look of the white. So I went ahead and just matted the white on the white, and I do love the way that it turned out. So just going to get this stuck down with my adhesive and then start to add foam adhesive behind the photos. I'm just using some tape that I have here from Thermoweb. I love this tape. It's like one of my favorites. It's a nice thin foam tape. It just gives it a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to add that to the back of all the photos. All the photos have been matted with matching pattern papers. And then I'm going to get those stuck down, and then I will start to build up the embellishments around each photo. I have all of the embellishments there to the side. I pulled out all the reds and the pinks and yellows, greens, and blues. And then I'm just going to start to lay these all out, how, you know, where I kind of want them to go. Some of them will change in the end, like that on the green where it says perfect. I do pull that perfect out and replace it with something else. But I mean, they pretty much stay how I lay them out. So I'm just going to get them laid out. Nothing is adhered. I'm just kind of laying all of the things down. And then I will go back in and permanently adhere them. And then I go in and add like enamel dots and sprinkle, or not sprinkles, but like epoxy stickers and the trinkets and puffy stickers once I have all of the die cuts and the stickers down. So I will just do each of the little sections here of this grid. That Mary is something that I have fussy cut out of one of the cut apart sheets from the 12 by 12 papers. I have these little pink trees, and then I will go in and add a puffy tree. Is it a puffy or an epoxy? It's a puffy. Once I get all of the die cuts down. So there was not a whole lot of pink embellishments in the, oh, that's my husband. He's like pointing out like, oh, there's that coat I was looking for. I don't know where it's at. He's been missing this coat. That's like his favorite coat. And he was wearing it in these pictures. And I keep telling him, I don't know what coat you're talking about. And then he came in, he's like, that's the coat I'm talking about. So you could see him pointing to his coat. So anyway, just going through and adding, but I was saying there was not a whole lot of pink. So I did go ahead and add some red in with that pink section there. So just going to go ahead and continue through here and add the embellishments, and then I will pick up here in just a little bit and show you how it turned out. Okay, I am all done. I have all of the clusters together. Everything is stuck down. I did go ahead and mat it on the white because I just love the white. So I distressed the edges of the pattern paper that has all the color on it, and then I just adhered it to a piece of white cardstock. I really did think about putting it on, like matting it on a colored background, but I do really like the white, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So you can see all of the colors and all of the embellishments. Lots of dimension in there. I did pull in some trinkets too and added some stars around all the clusters. I love the way that it came out. Super cute. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave the products linked down below and the different inks that I use. I use quite a bit on there, and it's just, I don't know if you can see, but there's just different shades of yellows and pinks and blues in there. So different sprays from different companies. There's some shimmers in there. So there's lots of like shimmer in the color. And then I went back in with some tinsel, some silver mist, and then some white acrylic paint, just because it reminds me of snow and winter. So I hope you guys enjoyed the layout. Let me know down below if you have picked up the North Pole collection yet from Blvd. Like I said, I'll leave it all linked down below so you guys can check it out. It's really fun. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.